it's a leprechaun crew. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Have a green blue, it's nice and cold, but keep your hands away from our pots of gold. Yo, what's up? I'm a leprechaun.
St. Patrick's gonna going on.
We'll be drinking to the break of dawn, or at least till the beer's all gone. It's safe to say that I'm not sober. Haven't been since last October. Going to have a bad hangover.
At least I've got this 4-leaf clover.
Drink responsibly, that's our motto. If you see 2 of me, don't drive an auto. If you see 4 of me, then you are blotto. If you're an Irish rock star, you are Bono. I know I'm short, but I make do. If you count me hat, I'm 5'2".
You think I'm sexy? Well, that's true.
But these lucky charms aren't for you.
River break dance.
Happy St. Paddy's Day to young and old. We hope you have a lot of fun, but keep your hands away from our pots of gold. Our guitar.
Nice.
Now, for anybody that just saw that, if you saw what happened at the end, Poe just took the last drink and fell over. I think that's what happened here tonight. I don't know.
Maybe 5'2". She wishes. Yeah. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the modified show for tonight. We are having technical difficulties all around. And we had Poe, then we lost Poe, and we had Poe, and then we lost Poe, and then we had Poe's voice, and now we have no Poe.
Yeah, we had. It was actually a perfect scenario that last time. We had his voice, but we didn't have his face, which
right?
was a big advantage. But then we lost him altogether.
Yeah. Hey, Polo, how's it going? Yeah. It good to see you, buddy. Yeah, so Kaos is here, Kelly's here, Salty's here, Polo's here. So good to see everybody. And did we have a pinball tournament this week? I don't remember. Oh, I was doing that one on what you call it, right?
Yeah, you did the one on Discord only, and it was for the Zachariah table. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll look that up real quick on Discord if you want me to.
Yeah, I don't think we had anyone play since the first day. You played, didn't you, Greg?
Yes, sir, I did. Let me take.
Oh yeah, and Andhar threw that monster score up. Remember?
That's right.
And Andhar, friend of the show, and he, for that table, the last time I went on and checked, Andhar has the number 1 score on Zachariah Pinball. Let's see. Oh, Polo had played. How did I not get a... Sorry, Polo, I did not see that you posted a score. Oh, wait, that's that other score, isn't it? That's your score, isn't it, Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Polo posted your score.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes. My score was 32,973,330. And
Uh-oh. This just in.
Oh my.
We have Poe. We have Poe. Let me I found it, Greg. I got the since we're talking about it, we'll just keep talking about it.
Oh, the tournament? Well,
yeah, there's the
tournament. I can only see the score I posted, so I'm looking under pinball chat. Is that where I'm supposed to be looking?
Yeah, I put the spreadsheet on there. Yeah, and Gideon, good to see you. Good to see you, Gideon.
Louis Gideon.
Yeah. Yeah, Andhar is he's a friend of the show. He came on the show a few times way back when it was just me and Greg. Right. And that's when I became friends with him on on Steam, which is always good having another friend, and he seems like a good guy. But my goodness, he just reminds me how bad I am at pinball. Because every table I go to, Andhar's, if I go to the friends tab, there's Andhar, just blows me away. But and he didn't disappoint here. Like I said, last time I checked on Zachariah, he has the number one score on Tropical Deluxe, and it's like 200 million higher than that or something like that. He's well over 400. Yeah. So I was hoping we'd have enough players that we could all just add our scores together and pass Andhar, but that didn't happen. But anyway, it was fun though.
I'm having trouble with Zachariah though, because no matter what I play on, and my Wi-Fi is working here at the house, everything else is working, but every time I play it on, I haven't tried it on the Switch to see what it does, but I tried it on Steam and on my cabinet. Every time a game ends, it says unable to connect to Zachariah's servers. Your high score has not been posted. And if I try to look at the high score leaderboards, it won't let me.
Really?
Yeah, it says unable to connect to their servers.
That's interesting. No, Polo, I haven't checked. It seems like I'm either just playing one of our tournaments or I'm not playing much. So I don't get the chance to look at the leaderboards very often. Zachariah, it's because it defaults to showing you when you finish. I'll check the leaderboards and it'll show that overall one. And Andhar's always on that first page, so it's very easy to spot him. But But Crypto the Necro Dancer, I suck at that table. But
did this ever show up on your channel? Do you
No, it's not going to now. It was all messed up. I backed out, you guys know, 50 times. As soon as you guys went live, it brought up the right thumbnail and description for me, told me I could join, and it said the show is already live. You cannot broadcast.
Well, that sucks.
So, I don't know if something happened there. Once you hit live, it all came together or what?
Yeah. Well, we'll have to do some testing before next week's show and figure out what's going on. And if I have to, I'll just create a whole new show with a new link and all that stuff. Maybe something's boogered up with this one. I'm just wondering,
it said that I was already linked, but I never joined this week except for whenever we did our little meeting during the week,
Right.
So.
Yeah. That's that one where we were trying to figure out how to boot Derek off of Discord, right?
Right.
Yeah. Then Greg reminded us that he actually hosts it, so we can't really kick him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good times. Good times. Yeah. So sorry for anyone that normally watches from. I hope the people that normally watch from your channel find us one way or the other.
I didn't get a chance to tell Mike's Gaming Gala or Bliss.
Yeah.
So usually they're here.
Yeah.
We're talking about weeks ahead and stuff coming up. Does everybody know what next week is? What's the big thing about next week?
Yeah, next week is the big 100, right?
100 episodes. 100 episodes next week. Gonna be a fantastic show. Big announcements, big things coming. Can't wait. Can't wait. And we didn't really get into all this yet because we kind of jumped the gun on that pinball stuff while we were waiting for you to get back, Poe. But for anyone that's wondering, Mike had some previous engagements. So I think we even mentioned it last week that Mike wouldn't be here this week. So Mike's helping out some friends and family doing some work. So he is not here, but he will be here next week. Episode 100. Yeah, that's nearly 2 years. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, tomorrow's the big day, right? Tomorrow's the big St. Patrick's Day.
My shirt, I got Darby O'Gill and the Little People on my shirt. I'm all set. There
you go.
I should have brought the movie out. There he is. He's dancing. There's the Little People. Pot of gold.
There's Bliss. He found us.
Are
You found us, Bliss.
Oh, are you Irish?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Me, mither, and fither are Irish, and I am Irish too.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Bliss. I'm sure you went looking for us at Poe's channel first, but we thought we had Poe completely fired. We disconnected all of his stuff, but he made it on anyway. We're not sure what happened, but no, we had a little technical difficulties getting. And I'm guessing, even though it says it's going out to Mike's channel that he puts just the podcast on, but I'm guessing it's not.
Yeah, we had some difficulties there, and it wasn't able to stream live. I had a lot of problems here right before we started with. So
yeah,
didn't get a chance to tell you guys.
But while we were trying to do stuff, we figured out that I have this ability where I can type in here. And it comes up as Greg typed it. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. I can type as Greg in the chat. So now Greg can, if he wants to, he can type some nasty stuff himself and then blame me. Why you keep typing as me?
I was going to ask you, can I do the same? But yeah, I can't. You're set up as the host tonight, so yeah,
right.
You're the only one that can change it.
Yeah. So yeah, I can be me, Greg, or host. But anyway, so yeah, other than the big hassles getting on, I know, Pro, you had a rough week of work, long week, right?
Yeah, it's still going on.
Yeah.
Boss came in Thursday and said, we're adding Saturday to you, and we'll be scheduling Sunday for this week here. So I don't even know what day it is half the time. I came home, and today we only did 8 hours instead of 10. I came home at 8 and sat on the chair, and I just kept crashing. And then I opened my eyes and went, I got nothing done here. I got to rush around to get ready.
Well, that is crazy. That yeah, Phil's got the question everybody wants to know. How you feeling, Poe? How you feeling?
Well, it was pretty crappy all day Friday. Saturday, I felt a good bit better. And then today, about 2 hours into work, I started feeling really crappy again. And then it kind of lifted off after I got home and kind of crashed for a little bit there on the chair. So, but I didn't get to watch my Irish movies this year. I thought I'd do that this weekend. Like The Quiet Man and Darby O'Gill and the Little People. I like to watch those every year, but I have the Blu-rays, so I'll get to them eventually.
Yeah. So, of course, that kind of answers the next question, which would be, you got any plans for tomorrow? But we know it's Monday, so you would have been working either way. But now you've been working for 8 straight days. I'm guessing your plans for St. Patrick's Day are come home and sleep.
Yeah, usually we head up to my parents where we have the traditional corned beef and cabbage and potatoes and that kind of stuff. But they do that stuff around noon, and I was at work, so... So we had taco pizza here, homemade, but we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo, I guess. I don't know.
There you go. Greg, you got any plans for the St. Patrick's Day, or just another day for you?
Oh, I haven't talked to Cheryl about it yet, but I'm thinking about there's a little area in Kansas City that's called Another City. It used to be a town called Martin City. Well, City of Kansas City, annexed it and took it over, but it's still kind of a nice little community, restaurants, bars, artsy fartsy type stuff. But they always have every St. Patrick's Day, they have a St. Patrick's Day parade. Kansas City has one, but it's huge, crowded, too many drunks, but just this little parade that runs probably about 5 or 6 blocks in this little small town, but they have tons of people show up for it to be in it. I mean, sometimes it's just a bunch of kids riding bicycles. They call themselves like the Martin City Kids or something. So I'm thinking about, it's supposed to be beautiful weather. I'm going to talk to her and see about just going up there and watching that. So
nice.
Oh, did you see the intro? He said eat Lucky Charms. I didn't see if you got to play the intro.
Yeah, we played intro.
You whipped out your Lucky Charms in that one. So
I did. They were a little soggy or something. I don't know what happened. Let's see. Going to Marshall, Minnesota on Monday and get groceries. That's a plan. Kelly and I are driving to Phoenix. We're trying again. This will be the fourth time we're going to attempt going to my mom's house. Yeah, and Polo, I'll get back to I'm not ignoring your post earlier. I'm going to get back to it. Phil says, very Irish. Mother's maiden name is Foley.
Yeah, my great-grandfather's last name was McPhillamy. He came over as a boy from Ireland. And so I always thought that was a cool name, McPhillamy. I go,
yeah, nice. I had some McNuggets today.
Oh, you're Irish.
Yeah.
That guy at work asked me, are you getting the Shamrock Shake on your way home today? And I'm like, actually, no. I probably would have, but I had to drive another guy to drop his car at a garage the opposite way from home. So it's going to take even longer to get home. And now I got to pick him up in the morning and take him to work. So I got to get up even earlier.
Oh, geez. Yeah. We'll probably stop tomorrow and get a Shamrock Shake along for the ride while we're driving. But now Kelly wasn't feeling well at all. The freaking AC is down on that bottom floor on the end that has all the laundry and kitchen and all that. And it's getting over 90 degrees in that kitchen for her.
Oh.
And she was feeling pretty rough. And I pulled up my McDonald's app. They had 20 nuggets for $5. I'm like, all right, I'll make my own lunch. And I went over and got me some. Nuggets. Let's see what's Phil's getting. Doesn't that mean he transitioned? I'm not sure what that's referring to, but it's funny because Phil said it.
You're talking about how you feel. I'll tell you, that's one thing we've had. It was 70s on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It dropped down into the 50s, and tomorrow it's going back up, and that barometric pressure is going up and down, and that weatherman keeps saying aches and pains alert. And I'm telling you what, this ain't nothing from my surgery. Nothing my leg surgery. It's everything else on my body hurts. It's just that. And by the way, Bart, it was, what night was that? Friday night? Yes, I think it was Friday night. We went outside, Cheryl and I did, just to go and step out on the nice back deck because it was a nice day that day. And we couldn't hardly stand to stay out there. We could smell smoke and you could hardly see. And the sky looked weird. And we looked on Facebook, and of course you got the typical people from the local town's Facebook page going, what was that noise? Why are the police over there? And now they're going like, where's the fire? Well, I read where the fire departments around here finally we're putting the word out. We're not responding to these calls for smoke in the area until you see a fire, because it was supposedly all these fires from Texas, Oklahoma, and lower part of Missouri. 60-mile-an-hour winds was blowing it up here, plus your dust. They said the dust was all from West Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, great. How could you?
It's been nasty here ever since today. It's funny. I had a lady check into the hotel this morning. She goes, "You think the wind will calm down by tomorrow when I leave to continue on my drive?" And I'm like, "Calm down from what it is now, because it's the best. The wind at this time, it was like 7-8 mile an hour winds. I'm like, this is the calmest it's been for 2 weeks." It's been horrible windy ever since that. We had to turn around, come back because New Mexico was closed, and we've had 3 or 4 of those dust storms since then, where it's like you can barely see. Shelby's on our property. We have 5 acres, but I got a 300-foot Cat 6 cable to run the internet from our house to her house. So she's only 3. There are times the dust is so thick I can't see her house, and so it's you're talking 200, 100, sometimes down to less than 100 feet visibility. But let me get to this thing that Polo said real quick before it scrolls up so far I can't find it. What games you guys pick up on the Steam Spring Sale this weekend? I didn't pick up any, so that's a short list. I saw that a lot of the Zen tables and stuff were on sale up to 80%. I posted that in the Discord. But yeah, did you guys pick up anything? Greg, did you pick anything up in Steam?
No, I've spent too much money on other stuff lately. I bought that stinking Xbox, the physical copy of MLB 2025, and I don't know. I've been buying so many things and putting it all on my PayPal account. I'm scared to death what my PayPal account's going to say I owe at the end of the month.
Right.
On that. I did want to say hello though to Sean.
Yeah, there he is. I saw that he came in there. Sean, the Great Gamer. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Yeah, a little windy there too. It's been windy all over the South, I guess.
We got nailed. I sent you guys a video. I was going to the locker room today, and all of a sudden I just see leaves and dirt, everything swirling up over top of our cars. I went to open the door for the building I was in, where those big plastic barriers they fill with water on each side of the door. Both of them slammed against the door I was trying to get out of. I finally got it open. I went to make a break for the locker room. I'm going across there, and hail started pelting. It was the size of peas. It felt like someone was hitting me with frozen peas. But, I had my hard hat on, so that was good. But the rest of me's just getting beat down with all that hail. I got into the locker room, and then my phone went off saying tornado warning, get to a basement or interior room. And I'm in the locker room now. There's no interior room or basement. I'm like, at least I'm inside. Two other guys come in behind me, and they're like, oh, did you see that rain? I said, oh, it was hail. They're like, oh, there's no hail out there. I'm like, you bastards. Just long enough to beat the tar out of me and nobody else coming across. But I came home, and our screen door is really messed up in the back now. Yeah, I mean, it totally warped in the wind. I guess the hail hit a little longer here, an hour from work than it did down at work. So the wife said everything was just getting hammered.
Nice. Yeah. Now, Greg, did you have although there were tornadoes in Missouri this past few days too. Was any of that up by you?
We had bad wind. We had a little bit, everything else stayed mild. It was, it's like when you looked at a weather map, it showed Kansas City. It showed the next biggest town south of us, which is Harrisonville. And they got hammered, and it looked like there was just a little tiny thin opening where the storm went right past us. And no, we didn't get any hail, just wind, but not even much rain.
Yeah.
Mike's Gaming Gal is asking about Poe not simulcasting.
No, they fired me.
Yeah, we thought we had him blocked, but he snuck on the show. No, we were having some serious. There were some weird shenanigans that happened with Restream this week. We don't know what happened. So
it said that I had already added my channel, even though I knew that I didn't, and then everything I tried, it kept kicking me out. It finally changed to what it was supposed to when Bart hit go live, and then it said you are live, so you can't stream it to your channel now. So that's what happened.
It's too late. Yeah. Getting back to the storms, our daughter-in-law messaged on, when was that? Was that Friday when all those storms were hitting? And she said there were people down in, they're in West Plains, Missouri, and there was a lot of damage done down there. And they were at a friend's house trying to help salvage stuff that I guess their house got pretty bad. And there were tornadoes and all kinds of stuff down there. So it's kind of scary. And then Poe message today that it's up there. I'm like, is it the same storm? Did it carry on up there? And now it's
they said right down the road. Okay, there's a joke in here, right? Right down the road is an old sausage plant. Okay. But it ripped the roof off the sausage plant down the road from here. So there were rumors that a tornado touched down in the neighboring town, but I haven't confirmed that yet. So.
Yeah. It's a crazy weather. It's like I said, luckily down here, it's just been, we had a huge rainstorm though. We haven't had rain for months and months and months. And it was one of those great rains that was, Kelly was like, we were watching TV and she said, is it raining? And then just then it started raining hard enough you could hear it hitting the roof and stuff, and it was still windy as fuck. So I opened the front door, and the wind's blowing right at the front of the house. It almost got Kelly sitting on the couch. The rain came blowing in so hard. I closed the door. 30 seconds later, I opened the door to peek. Nothing. Just enough to get the car wet. So then the dust stuck to the car, and so we had a really hard rain for about literally 30 to 45 seconds.
Wow.
And then it just completely stopped. It's like, that's the first rain we've had for, I don't know, Kelly might be able to put in the chat, but it's been months since we've had any serious rain here. Even when you see the storms come, you'll see storms coming across from El Paso headed right at us, and they just go around. And our little valley where we're sitting is just, I'm getting nervous because even the desert shrubbery and stuff that we have here, not the shrubberies that the Knights Who Say Knee want, but the desert shrubbery, even that's looking dead. It's like this stuff isn't even handling it. Mesquite bushes and stuff like that. It's pretty bad. So
yeah, I was waiting for you to use that word. You already said it. You said, yeah, here in the desert, because when you were saying about having no rain, I thought, well, that's what happens when you live in the desert.
Right. Yeah, but when you're used to having a desert 5-6 inches a year,
Right.
and we're at I don't know I'm guessing here. I'm thinking in the last year it's probably less than 2 inches that we've gotten here. And I know Kelly says that she's used to getting less than 2 inches, but she can't remember when she got more than 2 inches. That's what she's saying there.
Well, I was going to say, you had a missed opportunity. When she said, is it raining? You should have closed the door and said, it's raining men for you.
That's right. That's
Hallelujah.
right. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We've got 21 members, Sean said. Sean's having a
nice.
good run on his channel. Certainly taking off. He said earlier he just got to 12,000 subs. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And hailing there, Sean? Wow. Yeah. Hail gets scary when you're in tornado territory because then you're always wondering, it's like, what's going on? Yeah.
well, if he's in California, let's see, he's got hail, he's tornado possible, he's got possible earthquake, possible falling off into the ocean. I mean, there's all kinds of things.
Yeah.
You got to move to Southern California because it never rains.
It never rains in Southern California. It's funny when I moved to Arkansas, we were right at the Arkansas-Missouri border, and everyone in Arizona was like, why are you going to Arkansas? The tornadoes. And so I pulled up the historical stat. Now, granted, the county we lived in, Arizona, is a big state and only has 13 counties. So the counties in Arizona are huge. But in the last 50 years, there were more tornadoes that touched down in Yavapai County in Arizona that had touched down in the county we were moving to in Arkansas. So we're like, I'm not overly concerned about the tornadoes because they don't hit. We were in the Ozark Mountains, and tornadoes don't tend to like hills too much. So, but yeah.
Mike, could you eat that many subs at one sitting?
Yeah, is that one sitting? Is that for the week? What is that? I don't know. Yeah, but that would be nice. I'm thinking the four of us that do our big show, we would be happy if we added up to 12,000 subs. 3,000 piece. That'd be great. But anywho, so should we talk about stuff? What do we got? Oh,
yeah, well, I was thinking, I totally forgot. I'm pretty sure that we ended the alien one last or whatever night. I don't know what day it is anymore.
Yeah, it was supposed to expire yesterday, right?
Yeah, I was going to play again and didn't. Obviously, didn't have time. But, so that's over. There we go.
There we go. Mike doesn't even show up the week he wins. It's like a mic. It's like a mic drop. Here's my score. Boom. I'm out. Yeah, and then of course I still don't know if I even was in the right mode. I guess the only difference would have been is if the bad guys were not random, right?
Right. Well, when I looked up the manual again, the one that is 7 lives, like you were talking about, obviously it's the super easy practice mode they called it.
No.
So 3 lives. I think it shows 2 lives at the bottom plus the one you're currently on. Was the one we were playing.
Yeah, that's the one I was playing, but I don't know about if they were random or not. I only played the thing like twice, so I certainly didn't learn any patterns. So I don't feel like I cheated too much.
Oh, see, you're going to have to get in on that 7800 plus sale, and then you'll know where your difficulty switches are and everything for each game.
Yeah, that's a heck of a deal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway, I guess everyone had time to see the scores there. Mike won it. T-Dog was at the bottom, and we were all four pretty close. So that was a good run. That was a good run. Yeah, that 7800 plus. Oh shoot, I pulled that down. I should have not stopped sharing that. Let's see. Where did you put that?
That was in general, I think.
Let's see. Now I got to reshare because I didn't think ahead. There it is, $79.99. And you said you have purchased from this Whoop thing, right? Before.
Yeah, and I think Greg just mentioned them on the show here not too long ago. But yeah, I've got PS5 and Switch games from them before. Yeah, that's a heck of a deal.
Woot's kind of cool. It's
owned by
Amazon. It's owned by Amazon.
It's the Amazon people, and if you have Prime, it's free shipping. So
nice. Shelby has Prime. Maybe I'll say, hey, Shelby, my birthday's this week.
That
is true. But yeah, that's a great price. That is a great price. Because I remember not that long ago, it was for like $100 on Amazon. And it was
they dropped it down to
price.
Right.
and now it's even cheaper. Yeah. And that will play the 2600 games as well as the 7800 games, right? The cartridges. And this is cartridge based. This is not an emulator. You're not downloading ROMs. This is you're buying the cartridges.
Yeah, you can't use any flash carts or anything on it. You have to have your cartridges for it. Right. Just and if you need to, go to Phil's house. He has 300 copies left of Pac-Man 2600. He sells them for a low price. But yeah, birthday is coming up. Yeah. Oh, well, there went that. Shelby says no free birthday gifts from her. Oh. Yeah, right, but, Derek. That's the way it always goes. Yeah, Derek just bought one. Well, that's okay, Derek. You can buy me one because my birthday's Wednesday, so it'll be fine. Well, speaking of that, you need to stop by the post office. I got maybe send a little something to old Bart, and I got a thing, even though it's P.O. box. The thing was telling me could not deliver items at post office. Come get it. I'm like, I can't go get it. So it's there now? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it always does that here. I think our other soon-to-be daughter-in-law shipped something, and she called Kelly yesterday. She says, it says it's undeliverable or something like that. Yeah, that's what it said. The post office, we're like, we just have to go pick it up because our post office box is small. But yeah, okay. Mike's getting it is an emulator, but it plays cards. It's not like the emulator that's on your Raspberry Pi or something that you can just put ROMs. That's what I was saying. But we can stop by there on our way out tomorrow because we're headed to Phoenix. There's no set time. It's just whenever we feel like going. And now that the time changed, the sun doesn't even come up till 8:30, so I don't feel like driving in the dark. So we'll probably leave. And then what sucks with the time change, because my mom's in Phoenix, and of course Arizona doesn't change the time. So now it's 2 hours difference between here and there, which is great on the ride over because we'll arrive at my mom's house that much earlier. But then the drive back, which is a 9-hour drive, it's 11 hours on the clock. So it's like you leave at 7 in the morning, you're getting home at 7 o'clock at night. If you stop for 2 meals, it's like, so makes it a long day clockwise. Yeah.
Hey, something I wanted to bring up is Bart and I have talked about this. Actually, Poe was in the conversation. That Kickstarter is going on for that Alice in Wonderland 3/4 size pinball machine, real pinball machine. Use a smaller pinball.
Yep.
But it looks great. It keeps popping up on my YouTube thing. They're pushing the heck out of it. It's a Kickstarter. They have way exceeded the amount of money they needed to get it going. The deliveries start supposedly in November of this year. And correct me if I'm wrong, it's normally $1,000. They're keeping it 9 something, but right now is it $850?
$850 and then $50 shipping.
So for $900,
$900 delivered. Yeah.
Delivered. And it's a pretty good looking machine from what I can see. What's the deadline, Bart? You got the 20.
I haven't checked it lately, but I think it was originally a 30-day thing. So I think it's at the end of the month. I know it's past the 25th because that's when they're going to have that at that show. And people were saying some people were saying they were going to wait, but they hit that, they wanted to get that $100,000 is what they were looking for. And in 2 hours, they were up to like 380,000 or something like that. It really went nuts.
Wow.
And some people were putting in the comments on there. They said, well, there's no sense in worrying about it now because they already met their quota. You can't buy one. And I thought, no, they'll sell 1 million of them if they want to sell them.
Yeah, they'll keep selling them.
I'm seeing if I can find the page on my phone. Oh, here it is. I told you it wouldn't take long to come up.
Shelby, no, I'm going to take your package and go through them because you just said you're not getting me anything for my birthday. So, oh, you found it?
Yeah, it was. First of all, it says it was fully funded in 2 minutes.
Wow.
And they wanted $100,000 in pledges, and they've got $560,000.
Wow.
549 backers. 24 days to go, according to this. It's good until April 10th. 2025 at 11 o'clock Central Time. So you got till April 10th. I'm still trying to decide. Cheryl and I talked about it, and she didn't care if I got one, but I'm paid for it. But we're still measuring and everything, thinking, what good is one if I can't find a place to put it, and I'm not going to get rid of anything.
Right.
So, but I don't know. It looks cool to me. Have you given it any more thought, Bart?
I'm almost positive I'm going to buy one. It really depends on what they're going to have one at that show. I think, what's his name's going to be there and he's supposed to play on it. But Kong guy, she's getting all the, whoops, what did I click on? Yeah. She bought me. Yeah, I know. We're going on a cruise in May and Shelby paid for it. So I'm just going to keep teasing. Yeah, we're going to buy it. I'm 99% sure we're going to buy it. Something would have to come out on the 25th when they have it at that show. And people are like, yeah, this thing, there's no way they're going to get it working. But yeah, I think we're, yeah. And then Calvin's got, rather have an ALP 4K, which that's fine. But, for me and Greg, anyway, I have a digital pinball table already. I don't need, Greg has 2 of them. So I wouldn't need one. And if you get all the bells and whistles, you're at like twice the price for an ALP 4K, as you are for this pinball machine as it sits. So, and there is a difference. I love digital pinball. Greg loves digital pinball, but he plays on his physical tables. What percentage you reckon you play on your physical tables versus digital if you're not playing in one of our tournaments?
To give you an exact number, I couldn't, but I will tell you I play well more real pinball than I do the digital.
Yeah.
Because when I come down here, what I do is typically since I've been able to get back down here before, I typically come down and fire them all up. But while the 2 digital ones are booting, the other ones are ready to go. Just drop in a quarter or hit the cheat button. But I just recycle the quarters. To me, it's fun. I got a bucket of quarters over there and I recycle them. I put them in. And so we'll start out playing that. And sometimes we get so caught up in me and Cheryl playing the 2 out of 3, or Travis comes over, that we end up turning the digital ones off and never even fired them up.
Yeah. And
There's something
don't
about,
get us wrong. We're not bashing the digital pinball. I love digital pinball. I think it's great, but there's something different with physical pinball. And for me, since I already have a digital table, getting a physical would be like you have, Greg, the best of both worlds. You can play.
There's something about the feel of there's a feeling and a sound of the real ball running across the play field. And I do have some questions I wish I could get answered about this one they're making, because, for example, Stern makes a home version pinball table that's cheaper than their versions like I bought, the actual arcade versions. Of course, they don't have money slots, which you don't need them. But there's some things that they don't have, the home versions, that don't make up the difference in price, because they're not that much cheaper, Sterns are, than the regular tables. And one of the things that's a big problem to me is on a real table, all the tables are, when I say a real table, an arcade one, full-size arcade one, the tables are made out of quality plywood, and they're coated, they're painted, they're coated again. I wax them. I try to keep that paint pristine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the ones that Stern makes are made out of that hardboard.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm talking about? It's kind of brown, and if you bend the edge of it, it'll just break. So it's not made out of a quality material. So I'm curious, whether Alice in Wonderland, for that price, are they using the cheaper playfield?
Right.
I bet they are. They'd almost have to. And the only other thing that drives me nuts is that I replace the pinballs in my Stranger Things a lot because it has multi-ball. Alice in Wonderland's going to have multi-ball.
Right.
Anytime you have multi-ball, balls hit each other, they get tiny little rough spots in them. It's just the nature of the beast. And that can eat the paint off your playfield. So I'm constantly buying and storing pinballs, which I can get locally cheap, $2 a piece, six per load. So that's $12. Not bad. But this thing is going to use a smaller pinball, and it has multi-ball. So I want to know where I can get the balls, how much they are. Do I have to buy them from them?
Right. I feel like, and it's funny because while you were talking, I was thinking I was going to bring that up because this does have multi-ball. And I know we've talked about it before, that how often you replace the balls because of that. And I don't know, because it sounded like it's a standard size ball, not the standard size, but it is a standard size. Like you were saying, you have that special size ball for the tilt thing and all that. I think it may be there of all the things, because a lot of the stuff is proprietary and you're going to have to buy it from Wonderland Amusements, the flippers, the solenoids and all that stuff, but they are going to have a parts department. But I think that, I want to say, what is it, 21 millimeter or something like that, and the other ones are 26, or I don't know. But I think it's a standard size that we may be able to get pinballs somewhere, but I don't know that. But that is a concern because, for me, if I buy one, day one when they open up the parts store, which I think is supposed to be open as soon as they start shipping, I'm going to buy spare parts because, you don't want to have your flipper break and then you order one and then you have to wait for one to get shipped. It's kind of one of those replace the flipper and order the replacement so you have another replacement kind of thing. So
you can see that the Stingray, the Stranger Things doesn't have a slam tilt, but the Stingray is a 1977. It's an old table. It has two types of tilt. The Stranger Things and the Stingray both have the first main tilt, which is a pendulum that comes down, and there's a sheet metal hole or a piece of metal, and it just sticks down.
Wow. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And if somebody shoves the table, it shorts out across there and tilts. You lose the ball. But it's also got what they call slam tilt. And what it is, if you slam that machine up against the wall violently, which they're known to do, people do, they get crazy at these arcades, it's got a ball that sits in a trough. It's just a little off of, an angle. And if you shove that table, that ball, and it's the smaller ball, will run up that rail, and it hits that side of that rail, and it causes a short. It shuts the whole machine down. So if you tilt that way, you got to have somebody from the arcade come in and open it up and push the reset button. And if it's that same ball, then yes, they are widely available.
Yeah.
When people got those machines.
Yeah. So I had it up there for quite a while. So Derek, I did not know he had a back box issue with his 4K. That sucks. So they sending you a new, I'm guessing it's in warranty. And again, Alice in Wonderland, if you get in on the Kickstarter, it's a 1-year warranty. So that's nice. But hopefully you're still in warranty and everything, Derek, and you can get that replaced, because that kind of sucks. But
now,
anyway,
I guess the only other thing I want to reach out and ask is, do we know where they're being produced? I mean, I think that's pretty much going to be obvious.
Yeah. They're being built over in, well, all the parts are coming from China. I don't know if they're assembling it in China or if but their headquarters are in Pennsylvania. And I don't know if they're just getting all the parts shipped over from China and then assembling here to ship out, or if it's going to be fully assembled in China and shipped from China. And I think they did say if you're in Canada, the shipping's $100. So, okay, good. Derek said, yeah. So
the other thing I was going to say about them is they evidently, one of the creators or one of the people starting this thing up is an arcade one-up guy, a past arcade one-up guy. So if you have any prejudices or likes that direction, that's might be valuable information to you. I don't know.
Right. Some people that might be a bad side. Some people might be a good thing. I think Arcade One Up for a number of years was doing a great job. I mean, they were putting out stuff until they got to that point where, hey, we're doing another Pac-Man release. Hey, it's 6 months later, we're going to do another Pac-Man release. And it's like they had the same 4 or 5 games that they kept releasing. But for a while there, Arcade One Up, they were the guys. So I don't know. And he plans on making multiple machines. He wants to get this in retail stores. It's supposed to be $9.99 when it goes retail. So, and right now it's $850 plus $50 shipping. So $900 delivered to your house, ready to go. So yeah, I'm almost positive. And like I said, and Calvin said that the smaller size ball moves. I don't think it's not that much smaller. It's not like you're suddenly playing with a marble. It's still a steel ball, and yeah, it's going to feel a little different, but the play field isn't as big as a full size, so it doesn't need to react exactly the same. And I do like that they're going to have a variable flipper strength, and they're saying it defaults at like 80%. So as your solenoids start wearing and your flippers aren't strong enough, you can turn it up and get it back to natural. Or if you're thinking, holy shit, these flippers are way too strong, you can dial it back. If you're launching it up the ramps, flying off the table, you can dial it back. So
my Stranger Things, the pinball will automatically load. It loads up when the balls do. And they tell you when you buy that machine to dial that launcher back, because it throws it up with such force that it actually dents the wood on the rail going up. So I've got all my stuff in the settings dialed back to about 50%, just for that reason. Yeah. You guys, excuse me for a minute. I'll go get that pinball out of the Stingray, and I'll bring it in here and show you. We'll see if maybe this gives us any light on it. So let me go. Are you going
to bring a full size one also to compare?
Yeah, I'll bring a full size.
Excellent. Anytime we can get Greg's balls on the screen, that's YouTube gold right there. But anyway, yeah, man, we are almost approaching an hour here. Sorry again for anyone that was waiting around. Thanks a lot for the people that did wait around. We were about 20 minutes. We were later than normal, even trying to get started on today's show. Hopefully we get all that ironed out for next week's show. And thanks to both Mike and Phil, you guys usually show up on Poe's channel. I see you're on my channel, so that's nice. I'm glad you came looking for us and were able to find us. At one point, Polo had asked what you're drinking tonight. What you got in there?
I didn't see. I have some Gatorade, but I also have some Dr. Pepper.
Nice. That's what I have in my Wendy's cup is Dr. Pepper Zero. But oh, come on, Derek! Don't pretend like you aren't excited.
That was kind of scary. I didn't want to, my leg hurt so bad I didn't want to climb down underneath it and unplug it, so I stuck my hand in there. It's off, but then when I grabbed a hold of it where it sits, you can't lift it out. You have to run it all the way up that rail. And I was right up against those big coil things that fire to do the plungers. I was like, let's see what we got here.
All right. Let me make your screen bigger.
Let me get the real one out. Or real one, or the normal size, the regular one. This one. That's one thing. I got plenty of pinballs. Every time I swap them out, I just throw them in a bag. They're great going down the road. I'll tell you what, somebody's tailgating you right out the window, man. Boom, they're not tailgating you. Okay, here is a full size. Oh, shoot. I just broke something. Boy, I'm glad there's nothing down there. There's glass. Okay. Here is the pinball. I wish I had something to here. Let's look at this. Here's a silver coin. Okay, let's set this on top of the silver. Well, it's going to be hard to do, but there is the full-size pinball. Son of a bitch. Okay. And here's the other. I guess this would be the easy way. There you go. Small one, full size. So you're right. There's not much difference.
Yeah.
Small one, full size.
Yeah. So, yeah, if it's the size of that one, the smaller one, that's kind of negligible.
That's
but
probably
it might until people start playing on these things, we don't really know. But I don't know. I was watching one of the pinball channels that I used to watch all the time, and they were kind of down on this thing. It's basically just a toy. It's not a real pinball and all that. But these guys are. Someone put in the channel, well, it could be a gateway. People that never owned a pinball table before, they could buy this because it's less than $1,000. And they're like, people don't just jump in and buy a $10,000 or $15,000 pinball machine. And these guys are like, oh yeah, they do all the time. People, their very first pinball machine, they'll spend $15,000. It's like not the average person. There's not a lot of people that just have $10,000 laying around to buy a pinball machine. So I think they were being a little harsh on it, but I knew they would be. They are pinball people. These are guys that have 15 pinball machines in their house, and that's their whole thing. But
yeah, I got a friend like that. I think he's got like 12 pinball machines in his house. I mean, it's fun to go up and visit, but it's almost sickening. Let's see. Stretch Armstrong can hold the pinball. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, my Stretch doesn't have any balls.
He has nipples, though.
Yeah, he had nipples and little milk rings I put on him. I don't remember why I did that. He was pretending to be He-Man or something, I guess.
You know what? I'm going to go put this back, though. If I don't put this back, I'll lay it down here, and a year from now, I'll go, what did I do with that ball? So I'm going to go put it.
Let's see. Okay, standard pinball size. The standard pinball.
If I don't come back, it's because I still didn't unplug it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll send Cheryl a message if you're not back in 7 minutes. The standard pinball size is 27 millimeters. That's 1 1/16 inch diameter. The Alice Goes to Wonderland ball size is 22 millimeters. So it's 5 millimeters narrower. And I guess I could do the math, which means I'm breaking out my calculator app. 22 divided by 27, about 80%. So that makes sense. It's 80%. So it's about 20% smaller. Yeah. So that's where we're sitting there. So anyway, yeah. So I think we've about covered that Wonderland pinball. Poe, do you want to get back to your we can get back to arcade stuff because you made a video special for this week with the big holiday.
Yeah, just for fun, I played some Leprechaun. And I played that on my channel before, 500 years ago. But since it's St. Patrick's Day weekend, I figured, hey, why not play some Leprechaun?
All right. And here we go.
Okay. I'm going to try to start this recording again. Something messed up again. I don't know if it was OBS, my laptop, or what. I reset everything. I reset everything on OBS and just deleted everything and put it back up. Usually I just run with the same things I had set before. So, kind of a pain in the butt. This is Leprechaun. I'm playing this for St. Patty's Day. St. Patrick's Day. So, let's go. And then I got like my highest score ever. Seriously, when I was playing, maybe it'll show up on the screen. There it is. 127,875 was my last little clip that didn't come out well. So this is Leprechaun. It was also known as Pot of Gold in the arcades. One of the cabinets was smaller than the other. Pot of Gold or Leprechaun, I don't remember. I played this on my channel once before, like 2-3 years ago. I have it on my Pandora's box back there. But you just want to change all the trees different colors and grab the gold for different points and get away from the Leprechaun. So this isn't a challenge, although maybe one day it will be. It's a fun game. He'll change the trees back. That one's worth the most points up there, the kinds with all the berries on them or whatever. Get as many trees as you can, jump in the gold. Yeah, he'll change them back, so you gotta watch that. Try to lead them away. Now this one was all enclosed with that purple border, but it starts opening up a little bit. And there's no music to this game, but I am getting that annoying humming sound. Those cottages, they will warp you to where you... See, I just warped to that next house, and I didn't mean to that time. Trying to get to the pot. He got me. Trying to get to the pot of gold, but they have it stashed right next to that cottage, so. And I wish that other video would have come out, because I swear to you, I didn't lose a man forever when I was playing that one. I had a bunch of guys. Cork. Like I said, mostly I'm going for them ones with the multicolored berries. They're worth the most. I should have shown that in the attract mode. Getting up there. So, do you do anything to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? We do. We're an Irish family. My great-grandfather's family came over directly from Ireland. McPhillamy was the last name. And I actually have Irish on both sides. We have Scottish. I missed that other tree. So, you know, my mom would make corned beef and cabbage and potatoes, stuff like that. gobs for dessert with green icing. When Dad still drank beer, in his younger days, it was always the green food dye in the beer. Gotta have the green beer. He moved a pot of gold there. 30,000. I think you get an extra man. Is it 30,000? Yeah, and I really hope this recording's come out. I reset everything. I even turned off the capture card because I've been having this problem lately. So. Oh, yeah. Freezing up videos and then I don't see it until I go to play it back. Which sucks. Or the last one, it froze up, plus I recorded and it chopped off like 2 minutes of the recording without ever telling me. But I knew when I hit stop recording on OBS and it just sat there for a while saying stopping recording and didn't do anything. I knew something wasn't good. Oh, cheater. Said there's no music on this version. Now somebody was making a homebrew version of this for the Intellivision. I don't know if it ever came out on physical or not. That was a year or two ago or something like that. And I'm pretty sure they put music in it. I remember the song Greensleeves being played, or What Child Is This, depending on how you know the song. Oh, he got me. He got me. I'm about half the score of what I had in the last video. Wow, dude's all over me. Get there, get there. Got there. Nice. I keep worrying that the video is gonna freeze. I cleared out some stuff on my laptop. Really didn't have much on there. I only use this for YouTube videos. But I did it anyway. Got rid of some videos I had saved on here. In case that was the problem. But I don't know if that was the problem. Said I reset the capture card. Reset the whole laptop. We'll see. It's not like it's top-end laptop. It's just something I grabbed last year on my other crappy one. How'd he get me? I was up there. Cheater. Kiss my cork. Darn cheating leprechaun. I want that. Oh, he went to the other cottage. He's smart. He's a smart little leprechaun. Yeah, I hope everybody out there has a great St. Patrick's Day. If you celebrate. Don't get too wild with the alcohol. Just have a fun time. Maybe get on MAME and play some Leprechaun. Pot of gold. We're getting there, but I don't think we're gonna quite get there. I'm on my last life, so. Dude is getting fast. He's moving the pot of gold like a good cheater. I grabbed the high point trees and jumped for it. Is that higher? Did I beat my top score? That's surprising if I did. Cheater. Oh man. 1, 2, 3 of those trees. I got scared of the leprechaun. Trolley. No, I was trying to go up to those other two. Oh, there's one down there too. One down there too. Is this an extra life? Is he walking on sunshine? He walking on rainbow? There he is. There he is. Kills. Oh, that buzzing sound. When Irish eyes are smiling. I just wanted the points at that point. But he will change the trees back. He will move the pot around. And he will murder you. Alright. Get closer. I might have to just let the leprechaun grab me and have his way with me here. Have your way. Oh wait, I still have an extra life, don't I? Yep. No, I don't. We're good. We're good. Let's put in a little Poe. And hopefully this recording came out. If not, this is my last attempt because I'm working straight through the weekend. I gotta get to bed here in a few hours and I can't spend the whole night down here. There we go, 145,000. That's Leprechaun, pot of gold. Give it a try. And happy St. Patrick's Day to ya.
Nice.
Leprechaun.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the champ. I beat myself.
Nice. And I don't know if you can see back there. Like, oh. Gotta go this one. It doesn't want to focus on it, but
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun. Oh, probably get more viewers if I keep it on that and not on me. Nice. I do have Leprechaun. I must have got it. I probably bought it. I probably put it on there last time you did a video on that. I probably went ahead and downloaded it. But I don't know. Does it save the scores after you turn it off? Because mine are the default.
Yeah, I turned mine off after I played that first game when I was messing with my computer to see why my videos were freezing up. So, and when I turned it back on and played again, the score was still there.
Nice. Excellent. Yeah, I'm going to have to play it again. I might do, I don't know, maybe I'll throw a video together real quick. I'm not going to have a lot of videos to do this week because I'm going to be out of town all week. So I might throw something together real quick. But
a really high scoring game there. If you actually concentrate, you could probably just quadruple that score.
Yeah, I'll be lucky if I get 50,000. I don't know.
Well, I did in my original video. I let it run so you could see the attract screen and everything, and it told you the point values for each tree. And then
that's what's on. Oh, yeah, that was on right when you were saying that. But yeah. But,
yeah, the second time I recorded, I'm like, I was mad because I just wasted all my time. So I just started right into the next recording.
Right. All right.
I did look up real quick at how do they pronounce that? Marco Pinball Supply. A tilt ball is 15/16 of an inch in diameter. And according to them, a regular pinball is 1 1/16 in diameter, which makes it 1/8 of an inch difference in diameter and size. And Marco Pinball has them for $4.49 plus shipping. So, like I said, I'm paying $2 a piece for these balls, but I need to get now. I think I bought this from that guy that runs that local pinball place, and he's been selling me regular pinballs cheaper than I can buy them online. So if he has them, I can probably get replacements there.
Yeah, you said that smaller ball is what, 7/8?
No, it's 15/16.
Oh, okay.
And the pinball and the regular pinball is 1 1/16. So that's 1/8, 2/16 difference, or 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah, and it looks like the 22 millimeter that comes with the Wonderland is 7/8 of an inch. So it's a 1/16 of an inch smaller than that one you have.
Okay, so it's not going to be a roll. This description on this one, this roll tilt ball that I've got in my machine that I've showed you guys, works in Bally, Williams, Chicago Coin, Stern Pinball, along with Chicago Coin Machines and Williams Ballpark Baseball Machine and Williams Bonsai Run Freestyle Upper Playfield. So I don't know. It's so yeah. That's kind of I don't know. That's kind of disturbing to me that it doesn't match that spec. So what size did you say it was? 7/8?
Yeah, 22 millimeter.
I'm going to type in their search 22 millimeter.
Yeah. Oh, these are full size. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I did, and I'm getting full size, or I got the other one was a 1/2 inch, way smaller. But
I typed in the search 22 millimeter pinball and Marco Pinball Supply, and they don't have anything that size.
Yeah, so it might be something you got to buy from direct from Wonderland, if that's a. Oh, here's a bestofpinball.com. What does that say? It says, oh, this is in Europe or somewhere. It's got a weird money that they're saying, but you can buy them. Steel ball size, 7/8, 22 millimeter, 85 cents a piece.
Oh, really? That's not bad.
Yeah, but it's I don't even know what money that is. So it's Deutschland. So that's overseas. But I would guess they're available somewhere. But anyway.
Well, yeah, surely they've got to make them available, because I'm telling you, I've been told by the people that play these and play them a lot, the Stingray I don't have to worry about because it's only got one ball. But if it's got multi-ball and they bounce against each other, they said you're going to tear up a playfield pretty quick if you don't change them out.
Yeah. Bouncing your balls together is the first way to damage something. Yeah. All right. Well, since we're back on pinball, I did do a video also for this St. Patrick's Day special episode. And I can't remember if this Leprechaun King, did that come with the... I feel like I never downloaded the thing. It was like when I did the baller installer, it installed it, or was it when I did something with the pup packs? Somehow I got that table. And I don't remember downloading it, or maybe I did. I don't know. I don't know. But I have it on my computer. I am having a strange issue, and I don't know, Greg, if you've ever had this issue when you play VPX. But I got two screens here, and then I have the screen I'm looking at here, and then this screen over here where I drive my truck. If I try go into the pup packs screen setup. And, you can do that thing where you can just drag the windows you want. Hey, put the back glass here, put this here. If I drag from, let me move my camera a little bit. If I drag it from where these icons are onto this screen, and then tell it go full screen, it looks all great. And then I go to the software and hit save, it moved it back here. And so it will not let me put it on this screen. So I did this. Derek said it come free when you do baller installer. It's funny, you won't be able to tell in my video, but what I had to do is set up in OBS to grab a chunk of this screen to put my back glass on, because it was not playing on the back glass. It was playing on the side monitor. But
your Windows setup, are the monitors numbered right?
Yeah, and everything else works fine, which is why I didn't want to get too far into messing with it, because I didn't want to screw up all the other tables, But technically the playfield is 1, the back glass is 2, and I got them so it's on the right hand side and all that stuff, and couldn't get it to go. But anyway, so I did a quick video of the Leprechaun King. So
can I say this about Leprechaun King? The other place you might have seen it is on your Legends Gamer Pro. And Legends. If if you remember when the pinball first came out, they had an online pinball that you could play. It wasn't one you downloaded. It was online. It was very sketchy at first because their servers weren't handling it well. But it was Leprechaun King, and it came free in that first setup of pinball they had, which was online. So you may have seen it there too, because it was on that at games. That's what I was trying to think of, at games. So
yeah. And Poe, I just was looking at my notifications, and I guess we shouldn't have messed with that stuff because it looks like it did go live on Mike's channel. So I shouldn't have deleted it to try to get it onto yours. But all right, so let me run this little video of me playing that, and like I said, it'll look normal compared to my normal videos. It's just not on my back glass. I had to look to the side to see it. So, not that I spend a whole lot of time looking at my back glass. I'm usually too busy trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. So here we go.
All right, so this is what we're doing. Leprechaun King for VPX. This is kind of a free table. I think it came with peanut popper, but it seemed fitting because it's for this big show right here. I don't know. This is the show. It's the day before St. Patrick's Day. So I'm going to play a quick game of this. I've never played it before, I don't think. Well, maybe I did. But I will tell you, I do have an issue. If you look up here, my back glass is blank. What you're seeing is over on that screen, so I got to kind of look over there. But, yeah. So, let's play some Leprechaun King.
And here's a tiny hello from the Emerald Isle. Hello.
Look at him dancing. This music is reminding me of when we were in Florida. We went to the Renaissance Fair, and they had a band that was playing like Irish music. It's pretty cool. Score upgrade available. Whoa! Oh, I keep forgetting about that flipper.
Nothing for you in there.
I keep forgetting about that flipper.
Sorry to say that's roughed up tight.
Look, I remembered and then I screwed up. Okay. I don't know if my nudge buttons work. Yep.
Level 2. Oh dear, you're nearly to the key.
I gotta hit it again to find a key.
There's nothing for you in the... Nice shot.
I forgot about the flipper again. There's a flipper up there and I forget again.
I need the booger so I can see.
Sorry to say that's roughed up tight. There's nothing for you in there.
Nothing for you in there. Whoa, that was weird.
Sorry to say that's roughed up tight.
Might have to edit this video because
Nothing
this
for
game
you in there. Score
tends to go kind of line. A long time here. This physics seem a little bit weird when the ball gets to the flippers, but
Sorry to say that's roughed up tight. There's nothing for you in there.
there's a joke to be made about,
Poopsie poopsie.
you know, nothing for you in there. Not what your mom said when I was getting into her britches. All right. This is a fun little table, actually. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but oh man, when it goes through there.
Sorry to say that's looked up tight.
Ah, I'm gonna keep playing this till I remember to use that upper flipper. World's slowest flipper rip. Here we go. Oh, look at there. Look at there. Use the flipper one time in a row.
Sorry to say. Oh, splendid.
Sorry to say, splendid. Woo. Ah.
There's nothing for you in there.
Oh. Good thing there's a center pin there. I gotta keep an eye on how long this video is, because
Say that's scored great.
like I said, I think this is free. I think it just installed when I installed Pinup Popper.
Level 3.
But I can't get my pinups to run on the back glass screen. Oh, I didn't know I had the kickback. I didn't. I can't get it. Oh, it didn't make it all the way up. I can't get that to go on my back glass screen for some reason. Whenever I set it to that screen, it jumps back over there. OBS, I'm able to just grab it. But, yeah, I think it came free. I'm sure you can find it. Leprechaun King, if it looks like something you want to play, I'm sure you can find it on VP Universe. But I don't know that for sure. Oh, Insta-Drain. Wow.
Insane.
I guess my first ball was just something crazy. I didn't even realize there's little leprechaun guys sitting on the slingshots.
There's nothing for you in there.
Ah!
Sorry to say that's looked up tight.
That sounds like my first girlfriend when I tried to get her bra undone. Hard to make up jokes and pay attention to what you're doing in a pinball game.
There's nothing for you in there.
Oh, I see. There are drop targets in that find key. I am trying to find the key.
Sorry to say that's looked up tight. Nice.
I know. I need the key. I'm trying. That find the key is kind of hard to get into. Oh, I thought I had it that time. Oh no! Well, there we go. Perfect. Good timing.
Wow, that's a high.
Hey, got a high score. Look at there.
Right for now. See you later, okay?
3 million. All right, so there you go. There's my Leprechaun King for this week's show. Thanks for watching my little segment, and here we go. Back to the show.
Nice.
I just remember that's a future pinball. It's not a. It's a future pinball table.
Oh, is it?
I think so. I think it's a future pinball table. You know, some are VPX and some are future pinball. I'm pretty sure that's a future pinball table.
I was playing on VPX. I don't have Future installed, but
Maybe I'm wrong, man. For some reason I was thinking that's what it was.
yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, let me close this door again so I'm not all backlit. Every time we go to one of those videos, I open the door because it's 80 degrees in here, 65 outside.
But you said you used Baller Installer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baller Installer, I could have swore installed the future pinball along with VPX.
I think I told it not to. Maybe I did install. I don't know, because I had trouble getting Future to work, and I just didn't want to mess with it anymore. I mean, there used to be a time when I played VPX all the time. That's where I started with digital pinball. But now I'm just lazy, and these FX and Zachary and all those are just too easy. You know, you just download a table and play it. You know, so yeah, Retro Flare comes with Baller on Future pinball. He said, "Yeah, I've never played that, so I'm not sure." But yeah, it was fun. It's kind of funny. You could see, I saw it in the replay that you could kind of see the icons behind my back glass because I didn't crop it exact. It's like, yeah, so you could tell it was on a different screen. But
good game, though. Good game. You caught quite a few breaks there too.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It's a fun little table. But anyway, anything else we needed to talk about for this? Or should we just roll into the final thoughts? We're at an hour and a half, and we started late, so we're getting late here.
Yeah, I was getting ready to tell you, I can start to feel it. I'm gonna have to go up and sit on my hot pad for a while, like old man.
Right.
The only thing, if I can just say my final thought is, don't forget to turn in next week, because 100 episode. I think we're gonna try to put together some fun stuff for our 100th episode, and gonna have some announcements. So, if you've been a loyal follower and stuff, next week would be a week to check us out.
Excellent. Yeah. All right. Is that your final thought then? So, Poe, what do you got? What do you got, Poe?
Nothing. I don't know what I'm doing this week. I'm working. So, that's about it. I did finally order one of those AVSs, the HDMI FPGA Nintendo, like the Gaming Road Warrior has. I've been eyeing those things for years. Our retro game store used to have them on the shelf, and I never did it. So whenever I do a video for my channel, I either use my original Nintendo or I'll use the Nintendo Mini that I have modded, or my Wii. But like, why not? I love Nintendo. So I have Famicom games too, and it'll play those. So I went ahead and ordered one of those. So that should be here Wednesday. So I'll start playing around with that and maybe do some more Nintendo videos.
Nice. Excellent. All right. I don't really have anything either because I'm going to be out of town most of the week. So I might try to play Leprechaun before I go if I get up early in the morning. Or I think last week when I was going, I got up and drove truck or something right before I left. For people that do the iRacing, I did see, I was going to mention the ARCA car was redone. They made a new ARCA car, and I went to check to see, because I just bought iRacing last year, less than a year, and they said sometimes you get deals if you buy a car and then they update it less than a year later. And I went to see, and I don't know if I had put money on and I had iRacing credit, but it was 100% free for me. So I upgraded my ARCA car, and the new season starts on Tuesday while we're gone. So I don't know. I might do some iRacing in the upcoming weeks. But, yeah, so I might do something tomorrow morning, but there won't be a lot of stuff on my channel between now and next week's show. So I'm going to, my final thought will be more of a question. Either one of you guys, if you have an answer, or people in the chat, but the chat's so far behind. Why did Bilbo Baggins have a boner at his funeral? Any guesses? Any guesses?
Read it one more time. Say it one more time.
Why did Bilbo Baggins have a boner at his own funeral?
You got me there.
You got anything, Poe?
No.
Because old hobbits die hard.
Oh, I do. Sorry. That should have been the end of the show. Today is my son's 21st birthday, but he's probably not watching since I'm not broadcasting on my channel. So, but yeah, happy birthday to him. And Friday's my daughter's 24th birthday. So happy birthday to her. And happy birthday to Bart.
Yeah, that's right. Now that you're mentioning that's right. I'm right between your two kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a good buddy of mine from high school, his birthday is on the 21st. And one of our daughter-in-law's birthday was on what is today? 16th. Yesterday was her birthday. So yeah. So this little week in March is pretty busy between our, your family and mine. But
All right.
yeah. So all right. Yeah. I had a limerick, but I don't think I'll say it. It might be too much. It's not a man from Nantucket. I'm going to say it anyway because it's the end of the show. Most people probably already left. There once was a man named Dave who dug up a prostitute's grave. She was, oh man, I can't remember the next line.
Oh no, you're pulling a Greg.
Okay, there once was a man named Dave who dug up a prostitute's grave. She was moldy as shit and missing a tit, but think of the money he saved.
Once was a man from Nantucket.
So we will end the show on poetry because we are a highbrow show here. We end with poetry. So, all right. Like Greg said, next week, 100th episode. It's a big time. We will have some announcements to make. Mike will be back, so there's something worth watching.
Yeah, at least he'll have something prepared.
Right. And I know he did say he's planning on doing something. But yeah, look, Kelly's trying to tell me it's too late. The chat's too far behind. But all right, so we're out of here. I'm going to run the outro. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Logger.
Yeah.
It's me. That's not me.
Oh.